Hi, I'm drinking a Hefeweizen for the first time. I was doing a review of it for the first time in a long time. I like to have these every once in a while, and this is Julius Echter's Hefeweizen Weissbier Hell. Make sure it says Hell if you want the pale one, because they do make a dunkel one that's a little darker. So after Weihenstephaner's, I think Julius Echter is one of the most beloved Hefeweizens out there. And I've had this before. Last time I had it, I was getting kind of a cinnamon note, which I don't really notice in Hefeweizen. Hefeweizens, of course, are famous for their banana and clove notes from their really expressive yeast that is much closer to a Belgian ale yeast than your German ale, or, of course, German lager yeast strains too. This is 5.3% alcohol. The best by date is marked as September, so that's in 3-4 months. So it should be in okay shape, and I have my ridiculous, gigantic Weissen glass here, so I can pour a ridiculous, gigantic head. I'm smelling that already, and it is pretty highly carbonated, but it's a pretty bright golden orange color there. I feel like sometimes Hefeweizens are a little bit ambery, and sometimes they're super pale. This one's kind of in between, probably about what Weihenstephaner looks like. I want to get a perfect pour here. And I did kind of swirl the bottle around a little bit so I could get a good amount of haze, and that head is just amazing. These beers are not bottle conditioned, but they managed to get very, very nice head and great carbonation because they just know what they're doing with the packaging. And the wheat definitely helps, and it looks pretty perfect. Might as well just dump it all in there now. Got a nice crown on top. There we go. I don't understand people who aren't into getting big voluptuous heads like this, because that's like just what's not beautiful about that. I don't know. It's definitely big on the fruitiness, but it's got some spiciness. I don't like the ones that are really sweet and just like you're drinking banana bread. You know, it does smell a lot like banana bread. There's definitely the clovey phenolics aren't too much. It's spicy, but not exactly cinnamon like I was thinking. Maybe that'll come in more in the flavor. But very, very nice. And not all candy banana runts either. And despite the huge carbonation, it's still soft and creamy on the mouth. Pretty sweet. Weihenstephaner might be a little bit spicier and drier. That's one thing I like a lot about Weihenstephaner. But this gives you a little bit of everything. I feel like you get the sweet fruitiness and you get some spiciness too. Almost no bitterness. Of course, Hefeweizens are usually super low in bitterness, but I feel like Weihenstephaner, maybe one thing that's bringing out some of the spiciness in Weihenstephaner is they use a little more hops than normal. I don't know. And the bubbles are popping very slowly. That's gonna stick around for a while. And actually, yeah, it's a little bit dark. That's a weird thing that I'm always surprised is that these Hefeweizens, you think, oh, they're super pale wheat summer beers, but they do have a little bit of color in them. I know that it's only Schneider's regular Weizen. That one is like advertised as amber. Otherwise, this one says hell on it, which means bright or, pale and light. It's pretty good, but I haven't had many things that are better than Weihenstephaner. I do like some American Hefeweizens that are like they use the real Weizen yeast, but are a little bit lighter, more refreshing. Rising Tide Spinnaker is one of those. Maybe like Troeg's Dreamweaver wheat. I haven't had that in a while, and I wish Sierra Nevada would distribute their Kellerweiss more. They're not distributing a lot of their more classic traditional beers around here, it seems. Yeah, really silky, awesome feel. It like the way it looks and feels. It's almost like a treehouse beer. I guess treehouse. A lot of the beers are even paler than this, but it's very nice. And the lingering esters stop short of bubblegum, maybe slightly juicy fruit bubblegum, but not your classic weird pink bubblegum. This is quite a nice beer. I guess after having a few sips, you notice maybe a teeny bit of bitterness, but there's no hop aroma. Yes, just such a nice silky mouthfeel. This deserves a 4, at least. I recommend getting it, especially because this is a pretty cheap one too. I got a 4-pack of the big bottles for only $10. Bye.